Hi guys, how's it going? Chris Graham here for day 2 of Cheltenham Chat here, and we love betting. How did you get on yesterday? I hope you won money. Hope you had a profitable day. Sadly, my selections didn't really bring me much success. Cause of causes, just found it a bit too hard in the opening race, the Supreme. And Zarkandar was beaten, of course, by Hurricane Fly in the champion hurdle. But I can take that. It's only money at the end of the day, and it was wonderful from a purist point of view to see a horse like Hurricane Fly to come back, defy the stats, defy logic, come back after relinquishing his crown 12 months ago and take the champion hurdle. That's what makes this sport so special to me as a fan. Primarily, 2 bets today. Let's kick right in there. The 205, the Neptune Novices Hurdle, always a great race this every Wednesday of the festival, and there's a really strong favourite this year in the shape and form of Pont Alexander. It could be anything, this horse. It could be something really special. Run 3 times, won 3 times, but it's too short for me in what it's done so far. It's very inexperienced, just 3 runs, of course. That's not enough for me really to get involved with it. And the whole point of this is to talk about bigger prices. So I'm gone with Rule the World in this race, which is 15-2. I'm backing each way, so if it finishes in the first 3, you'll make a profit. Run 5 times this horse, and it's won 4 times. Won its maiden by 13 lengths at the start of the season. He then stepped him up to Grade 3 company, where he finished a decent second to a horse called Our Vinny. Run again in December, and he won well at Navan, beating a horse called John Call, who was a Gold Cup horse a couple of years ago. And then in Naas, in the opening days of 2013, he ran a cracker of a race. He beat a horse called Minsk by 16 lengths, but behind that, 40 lengths behind him, it was Champagne Fever. And you remember Champagne Fever won the first race yesterday at Cheltenham, the Supreme Novices Hurdle. There were, of course, excuses for Champagne Fever that day. It was not a literal reading. He's not 40 lengths better than Champagne Fever, or he would be long odds on to win this race. But he beat Champagne Fever by 40 lengths. I'm taking that. So what I like about this horse is he's improving with every single run. He's got a wee bit more experience than the favourite, and he's just getting better all the time. He's beaten Champagne Fever, the Supreme winner, by 40 lengths, and I think 15-2 is a good value bet. I'll back him each way because it may be that Pont Alexander is a new superstar. And it's a really competitive race. Loads of good horses in this. The new one, Taekwondo So as well. It's a really great race, but I'm going to Roll the World here, 15-2 each way. The big race of the day, of course, is the Queen Mother Champion Chase, sponsored by my ex-employees, Sporting Bet. That's at 320 rather. Sprinter Saka will win this, and that's an absolute dead set. So obviously we've got to dip into the other market, which is without the favourite market. So just take Sprinter Saka out, who will win the race without considering him. And of course, Size in Europe is a really strong favourite in this market. He's odds on, in fact, 10-11. And he probably deserves to be in what he's done this season. 4 runs, 4 wins, done really well. Great festival record, won the Arco, won this race 2 years ago. He was runner-up in this race last year, so he deserves to be there. But I've got to take him on. I've got to take him on at that price, even though he's been a great friend to me over the years. I've just noticed, horses you think are in absolute top-notch form, when they turn up at the festival at the age of 11, sometimes it can go wrong. I don't have any specific examples on me. I didn't have time to research it, but I think like Barracuda springs to mind. You think a horse is in great nick, had a decent season, but when they turn up at the festival, the ultimate test, at the age of 11, of course, they're beginning to get over the hill. Their age begins to show at Cheltenham, and I'm using that philosophy to take on Size in Europe today, the 11-year-old Size in Europe today. So that's pretty much the only way I can take him on, but I'll take him on with that. And I'm backing Wishful Thinking. I can't believe I'm saying those words, but I am. Wishful Thinking, just a decent horse over this. Is a really poor division at the moment, the 2 mile chasing division. This is the 8th time he won at Cheltenham. He's won there twice, he's second there twice, he's fell a couple of times, including in last year's championship. You remember he took out a French photographer along the way. Horrible scenes. A very frustrating horse, I'll be honest with you. Frustrating horse, definitely. But on his day, I think he's definitely capable of finishing second in this race, and we're getting a juicy 7-1 for that to happen. I think that's a really decent price. This season he's won 4 times and he's been really impressive 3 times out of the 4. He was second in a Grade 2 entry at the start of the season at odds of 9-1. That was impressive. He then went to Cheltenham in November, running one of the trial races for this, and won the race. He then was disappointing at Kempton over Christmas, but bounced back with a win in a race called the Game Spirit, which is again a key trial for this particular race. He won that well at Newbury in February. So I like that. I think he's had a decent season. I think he's a decent horse. And I think backing him at 7-1 without Sprinter Sacre is a good shout. You actually back him each way at that. So even if he finishes third, you collect money, you make profit. I like that. I think it's a weak race. I think there's vulnerabilities in all the horses apart from Sprinter Sacre, so that's why I'm going for wishful thinking at 7-1. It's a weak race, it's a weak division, so if Sprinter Sacre doesn't win by 20 lengths today, let's have none of this nonsense that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because that's bollocks in my opinion. He's got a lot to prove today against average horses, I'd have to say. So wrapping up, Rule the World 15-2 and the 205 at Cheltenham each way, and wishful thinking 7-1 without Sprinter Sacre and the 320 at Cheltenham each way. Enjoy!